Okay, so we just added some dampers to our wings. Our arms for our quadcopter. Added some dampers so when the motors fly, they fly a little cleaner. Fly a little cleaner due to less vibration. So yeah, we are starting our build today. In our previous couple of videos, we did the frame and the setup to give it this awesome look. And now it's time to install the motors. Stay tuned. Alright, so here you have it. We got our ESCs connected to the power distribution board via negative and positives, as you can see. But we're still missing one more power supply, which is the power supply from the battery to the power distribution board. So the power distribution board would receive the energy from the battery. So that's going to be here, negative and positive. Okay, so for the battery supply heading into the power distribution board, we need these two wires, which are the 14 gauge wires. That's what I'm using to kind of match up with the thickness of this. So I'm using the 14 gauge black and white, positive and negative, so we can solder it right onto here, negative and positive, and it will come out to the back. Battery is going to be on top, and this is what I would need. It's the XT60 male into female, and this will come here just like that. Alright, stay tuned. Okay, here we are. We have the battery supply connection connected to the power hub. Red on positive, negative, black. Or should I say black, negative. So our battery, which will be connected here. Our battery, which will be connected right there, will link into the power distribution board and give this quadcopter power. Okay, so also what I didn't mention is that since my reds and blacks are a little bit too close for the battery, I kind of gave it like a host, as you can see, so it kind of separates them a little bit from touching each other. Very important because you don't want to fry the board. Alright, so our next step is putting on the flight controller, which is going to come on top right here. That's next. Okay, so here you have it. I fast forward with a few couple of steps, which is putting this board back on top of the power distribution board. I just installed the flight controller. Make sure I gave it enough space for the battery to come in and balance it out really nice. Also, what I did was use some double-sided tape to mount the flight controller on there. There's the arrow pointing forward to the top front. Battery sits in there nicely. Equal amount of weight. Slowly building up. Okay, so our next step is going to be connecting our motors to the flight controller. This is motor number 1, which goes to the first one. Yellow on the right, brown on the left. Okay, so motor number 1 goes goes here. This one's motor number 1. You can also see the numbers right here. Motor number 2. It's motor number 2 here. And then I'm going to connect motor number 3, and motor number 4. Okay, numbers are right here. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Numbers are right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so here you have it. Nice clean build. Battery comes right in here. RoboCat. Tron. As I mentioned, nice clean build. Okay, so here you have it. I just installed the transmitter for the FlySky. Just right here. If you want to know how the setup is, please feel free to ask any questions or leave a comment on how the setup is. I had to skip into it so we could move ahead. Transmitter receiver connects right in here. And what we just did also was our ESC connections right in here. I'm gonna keep it clean. I'm trying to keep it clean as possible. There's not too many wires going everywhere. So pretty much our quadcopter is pretty much done. Besides from the canopy with the camera. The camera setting goes in here. Plus antenna. But for right now, our quadcopter is pretty much done. So what we're going to do now is plug the battery in and see if everything is connected properly. And if nothing blows up as far as the power board. Okay, that's our next video. Okay, here we go. Alright. It looks like we've accomplished our build. How's that sound? Alright, so now we are at the canopy section of actually building this drone. This is the camera in front. My camera is kind of small, so I had to make some adjustments. I took a piece of foam and insert that right in between, which gives me the flexible movement of, let's say I want it up a little bit, I could adjust it just by using a piece of foam that came with the batteries. Okay, so that's my adjustments for my camera. We're gonna do some FPV on this. Here is the antenna for the signal to the FPV itself. It fits snugly right under here. And on to the next step. Okay, so what I'm planning on doing right now is connecting the FPV to the power distribution board. So I'm going to add some solder to the red and some solder to the black, And I'm going to solder it into the power distribution board. It says for cam, you'll see cam, negative and positive. So I'm going to connect it now. So if you're planning on flying FPV, this is an extra step that you would have to go through, which is connecting your receiver for your camera, either via a plug or via the distribution board. Plus and a minus, it says it right there, cam. That's where you solder on your cam, your plus and your minus, which is my plus and my minus right there. Okay, this is for FPV only. My camera's right here. And I'm trying to connect the canopy with the FPV setup. But first we need to give it power from the distribution board. Negative, plus, negative, plus, red and black. So now we have the 5G Mini installed and connected to our power distribution board for cam only, which is going to power that up, which is going to power up the camera itself. So that's our transmitter for our camera. This is for FPV flying. Connecting it to the RoboCat and the canopy setup. Alright, so here we are with our final parts to this drone.